Look at that. It's almost amongst us. Um, Wanted to take a moment to talk about one of the greatest role playing game franchises in history. Uh, as many fond memories, all the thousands of hours I put into Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, and probably hundreds of hours I put in Diablo 3. I'm pretty sure I didn't put 1,000 hours in Diablo 3. But Diablo has basically become the second greatest RPG franchise of all time, second only to the Souls games, of course, Soulsborne, all the From Software titles. Diablo is amazing, and it's sad to see so many haters. Like typically morbidly obese people who need to work on their life and get better. They need to cut some pounds, cut the binge eating, the sugar. They need to get vagina, but they can't because they're too ugly and fat. But let's talk about how Diablo is better than, let's say, famous franchises. Baldur's Gate. Diablo was actually around before Baldur's Gate. RPG nerds will never admit to that, but yeah, Diablo is first. Sorry. Um, Diablo is basically better than Dungeons and Dragons. I think Dungeons and Dragons was around before Diablo, but whatever. I'm rambling. Diablo has perfected ARPGs. Uh, Intuitive controls, the most intuitive. You don't have to deal with any fucking real time with pause or turn based bullshit. Nobody wants that in their role playing game, except really, fat people. Yeah, it's got the best atmosphere. Well, it did until Diablo 3. They kind of ruined it there, but before that point, and then with Diablo 4, it looks like they're getting back to that. It had the best atmosphere. Right up there with the Souls games. Yeah, I already covered gameplay. It had the best gameplay. The loot was awesome. The multiplayer was great. I mean, you name it. Diablo was always a step or two ahead of the competition. If it even had competition. I don't really think it had competition back in the day. So yeah, all those old shitty RPGs that the nerds love, the D&D nerds, Diablo put them to shame. And now all they can do is cope and seethe and hate it because it got popular and their beloved games didn't. Diablo's the champ. It will always be the champ.